senior at the University of Mississippi has a message for all the white gay men out there who she says are acting like black women. She says, stop stealing black female culture. That's actually the title of her opinion piece that Time published on its website. And she has gotten quite the reaction online. So many people are tweeting her about this that, of course, she has to respond. And so here's what had to respond. Here's what Sierra Mannie says in her piece. She says, quote, "You are not a black woman, and you do not get to claim either blackness or womanhood. The difference is that the black women with whom you think you align so well, whose language you use and stereotypical mannerisms you adopt, cannot hide their blackness and womanhood to protect themselves the way that you can hide your homosexuality." Well, of the gay white men who disagree with her, at least one of them decided to fire back a response, and that is H. Alan Scott. And he wrote this: "Recognizing the things that she thinks belongs only to black women is the very thing that causes the separation and hate in our society. There is a reason why this country is called a melting pot, because eventually, once you lose the BS separation and start appreciating what makes us all amazing, you start realizing that. Now, we're not all that different. We're not that different at all." Why did you feel compelled to write this?
I wrote about things that happened to me, personal experiences that have happened to me.
Well,
and
why this subject?
Because it happened to me. It happened.
What happened to you?
Well, it's not even like just yesterday or the day before that I did it, or the day before someone else did it, but almost constantly, it seems, there will be times when I will meet a gay white male, or I will witness it, a gay white male interacting with another black woman, and there will be, it's aggressive to me, coming up to me and saying, "Ooh, girl," this and that, and basically putting on their best black woman, face, their best black woman act.
I did not say in my article that we should ignore our differences. We should embrace our differences, and we should realize that we're all kind of the same, and we're all experiencing this at the exact same time, and that it isn't about specifically isolating gay white men as doing something to black women. It's about unifying a community and saying, we're in this together.
My question to you is the same as her. What compelled you to, because when I read it, I was like, okay, why is he defending his right to be a black woman or act like a black woman? What compelled you?
Well, I mean, all due respect, I feel like you misread that. I don't feel
No, but that's what you're doing. You're saying we have a right. You're saying we have a right to do this. We should all be able to do what we want. So I want to know what...
I'm saying that culturally, I'm saying that culturally, we have a right to communicate in ways that is not offensive. And yes, there are levels that saying ghetto booty is very offensive. However, if these men, gay men, and you know, we all have experienced this, and I've seen it myself, where gay men do identify with the affirming awesomeness of black women, the Dreamgirls effect, the Beyonce effect, which you quoted. And also, too, we have to acknowledge historical context here, that many of the mannerisms that you spoke of in your article actually come from gay culture, like Paris is Burning, like Boys in the Band. These are not new mannerisms that have come in the last 10 years because of African-American female culture. It's been around, so...
I think that many people probably read, Sierra, what you said, and they thought it was that you were, you know, excluding people and that you were coming off as a bit angry. I can understand, but I understand what you're saying. There's a term, H. Allen, called Columbusing, right? That where African Americans feel that white people will think that they discovered something that black culture has been doing for years, like twerking, right? All of a sudden, Miley Cyrus is the queen of twerking. Well, that has been happening in black culture for years. There are many other examples of that. So you may think that it's something that is funny and cute and that you're embracing black culture, but what you're doing is almost a minstrel show in some way. It's a mockery, and then it's like, okay, this is fun, this is great, I can do this, I'm twerking now, and now that's over. So you pull parts of the culture and you use it to sort of make fun, and then you cast it away. People don't own certain things just because they are of a certain color. You just can't own that. But I understand what you're saying. Here's what I think is the most important thing that you say, and that what you, H. Allen, should understand when you're trying to be cute or funny or gay and you're walking up to people saying, "Hey, girl." What she says here, she said, "But here is the shade. The non-black people who get to enjoy all of the fun things about blackness will never have to experience the ugliness of the black experience, systematic racism, and the dangers of simply living while black." I know that there is a similarity in gays and transgender people and questioning people being discriminated against, it's not the same as being an African American. And this is not my minority group is more, discriminated against in yours.
That's belittling the gay experience.
But at least, no, I said it's similar. I didn't say that it was, it's not, the same. It's not the same.
Implying that we can hide our homosexuality is belittling it.
No, but it's the truth. You can hide your homosexuality. Listen, let me tell you, if I ask people on the screen, I said, which one of these people on the screen is gay? Nobody would know that. But if I said, which one of these people on the screen is black, everybody would know that. There is some credence to that. So you can't dismiss that.
Yes.
But we're not going to solve it.
No, I don't dismiss it, but I feel like it's offensive to imply that we can, and we should.
And it was not advice.
No, it's not. No one is. That's not what anyone is implying. But to say that they're the same is disingenuous.